Hey everybody, today we're doing a little bit more of This is the Police. I'm just giving it a minute, make sure the stream is looking alright. Actually, I can just go ahead and hit continue, let it load up, but not like it takes that long. We're on day 89, October 11th. Immigrants up in city up 19%. Bishop demands name change for Holy House Pizza. Ambulance driver takes down robber addict. Yeah, not a lot happened last time, unfortunately. It was a kind of a little bit of a quiet time for the police. Oh, come on. Show me what I want to see. Yes, that's good. Okay, let's see. Okay, everything looks good. So let's get going. And for those of you who watched the Metro play yesterday, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't let what I said go out of context. I love the Witcher games. I love the books. They're absolutely worth both playing and reading. Just because he's a bit of a jackass doesn't make them, less worth it. But salary from City Hall, your share. Oh, I think it's from what I sold. Your friend sent you your share for your sale of the money. Ooh, this is an interesting question. Do I take everything or share with my staff? Give half to my staff. Let's look at affairs real quick. Okay, nothing great in the labor market. Okay, a couple of them are away for training. That's why my numbers are low. Wow, shit, even then. I still got way more officers. I think it's just because I had a bunch of deaths on A. Let's see. I need to balance this out a little bit. Who's my lowest? 180. So I'll send Joxy to A. And Ozaki to A. One more day before City Hall request. Okay. Everything looks good. Ooh. Whoa. Day start off quick. Assault St. John's Hospital. A young man became outraged when an elderly woman broke in front of him in line, and he struck her with force. A cleaning woman tried to intervene, but she came under blows as well. Send White and Osman. Let's see. Bomb threat, Desire Park. Corn Monument has been strapped with explosives. The clear voice yelled into the phone, and the line went dead. Brock and Mitchell. It's not enough. First, let's look at the attempted robbery real quick. Okay. Janet Salazar Guerrero. God, I can't read. Startled an intruder who was trying to break into her house. He kept yelling things in a drunken voice. Said if I don't open up, there'd be trouble. So we'll send Brock and Mitchell. And bomb threat, send Prado, Bastian, and Powers. And now I have nobody, so unless things happen fast, I'm kind of fucked. Yeah, the Witcher novels were great. The short story going into bomb threat report. I'm going to guess it was false. Wasn't a bomb. Some children decided to play terrorist and tape some wires to a normal shoebox. Hopefully they get back here quick, because I can get to the drug use. Assault report. Offender caught, officers unharmed. Good. First two were short story collections. Attempted robbery report. Drunken man mistakenly thought he was breaking into his own house, and his wife was refusing to let him in. Okay. Drug use. Desire Park. Mrs. House called in to complain about some addicts who are loitering around the Edgar Allan Poe monument. They're turning their brains to mush. They shoot up right there in the park and in broad daylight. No shame, no conscience. Send Prado and Powers. I have a feeling there's more to it than that. Attempted carjacking. Fur store. Well, fur store. Teenager stole an expensive car, but lost control and crashed a vehicle and ended up fleeing the scene. Ames and Ackers. Um, first two are short story collections, and all the books end up leading into about 5 years before when the first game started. They're absolutely worth reading. I've got the two short story collections, and I absolutely love them. Let's see. Drug use at park. Several overgrown men in dirty clothes are leaning against the monument. It seems they are sedated. Next to them are a few syringes and tourniquets. Shake the addicts awake. Can read them their rights. One of the addicts yells, "Caps!" and tries to crawl away. I like that one of them is get down on all fours and try to catch the addict in a fair race. Just grab the addict. Oh, that was funny. Offender caught officers unharmed. Oh, that was a good one. But yeah, and what I've read shows that The Witcher, as a game series, is incredibly faithful, which is the best part. Firefight, Chinatown. Several students report a serious fight going down on the street outside their dorm. Several people are shooting at each other with machine guns right in the middle of the road. Pedestrians are hiding behind cars, and someone is bleeding on the pavement. This is all the markings of a mafia war. SWAT, Prado, Mitchell, and White. Investigation has started on attempted carjacking. Oh, wow, there's a lot of shit that happens here. Okay, first, Mr. Paulson, homeless guy. I saw a muddy young fellow wearing a hood whirling through the alley near the fur store. Then I got distracted. I get like that sometimes. Remember I heard some rumbling and hissing like cars running into each other. Let's see. A victim of the theft. I just parked my car near the fur shop, and a boy in a hood popped through the gate, grabbed my bag from my shoulder, and disappeared. I hurried to the phone to call the police, and he grabbed my... and the damn pest must have been hiding nearby. As soon as I stepped away from the car, he dashed inside and was off like a bolt. The very first turn, he hit a fire hydrant and ran away like a cowardly dog. Okay, the car is insured, but who's going to replace my favorite Snow White handbag? At least you got your priorities straight. The camera at the intersection shows a convertible crashing into a fire hydrant and water spraying like a fountain. A short time later, a thin hooded figure climbs from the car and runs away down the street. The traces of yellow paint on the fire hydrant. Passerby. I was walking down the street and when some guy in a hood came flying right at me. He was all wet, a real mess, like he was from a shipwreck. Guy ran into me hard, almost broke my ribs. At least we're making progress. We've got some news on it anyway. Massacre, Desire Park. Came to the park to play chess, and then people started running past, screaming, covered in blood. Reported the breathless Mr. Connolly. I just ran as fast as I could. It was terrible. I bet I'm going to send 3 of them. Yep. I have a feeling stuff. Fraud office building. I only got one officer too. We received 12 complaints about MoneyGrow, a company which promises reliable investment returns. Once they got the money, they started avoiding all their investors, became belligerent, and urged their big investors to simply trust them. Brett Bryant, who lost over $10,000, said the director of MoneyGrow has withdrawn all the money and is preparing to flee the country. Yep. Can't send Bastion by herself, even though this should be a cakewalk. Ooh. This is not great. Let's send Bastion is all I can do. Fraud's going to have to wait. We have something going in Chinatown at 2200. Connolly was experiencing the Indian Festival of Colors for the first time. Yeah, I should have known something wasn't right there. Come on, come on, come on. Okay. Whew. Ah, damn it. Firefight. Vendor call, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Found automatic weapons. I mean, I'm only about halfway through my... oh, wait. Is it 180 or 160 days? I don't remember. Anyway, I'm about halfway through. I don't think I need to sell them yet. They're going to the police station. Come on, give me a couple people back. I don't know whether I'll play The Witcher on stream. I kind of want... My first instinct to say, good Lord. Not when it comes to Witcher. Rape, Atticus Tower. The secretary at the Blink Zone studio reported that a trainee photographer became so excited during a nude shoot that he attacked the model and intends to rape her. Hurry, he locked himself in a room with her and he's trying to tie her up, and he's tying her up with cables. White Nosmond. Illegal arms sales. Bill Buckler saw a truck and a few cars near his farm. Ooh. Around them was a group of about 10 people arguing. The farmer wanted to drive these suspicious folks away from there, but when they saw him, they grabbed some weapons from their vehicles and opened fire. Buckler somehow managed to get back to the house safely and called the police. Means the assault isn't going to happen, which frickin' sucks. Seeing the policewoman quickly hides a file in a safe, then grabs a stack of papers from the table and waves them in the air, saying, Our paperwork in order. We're a real company. Take the hidden file from the safe. Fender call officers unharmed. Largely, it's not because of any of the content, because there's plenty of other people who streamed it. It's being an RPG. I kind of want to be able to take my time with it and everything. And I'm not gonna make it. Men with automatic weapons have surrounded the farmer's house. He's struggling to put up a fight, but he's just armed with an old gun. Ambush and beat the criminals in the truck before they can sound the alarm. Suspects jump into their cars shouting, Who's going to stay and watch the stuff? Drop your weapons and eat dirt. I have to at least give them a chance of surrender. Nice. Fender caught officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Found automatic weapons, bring to the station, and I missed that one out. Oh. Girls were just shouting insults and belittling the bodybuilder's lifestyle, which brought the muscle-bound mope to tears. Rape report. Offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Good. I have a couple. Massive. Oh, wait. 2200. Leave that alone. Make the Mafia guys happy. Especially since I only have so much time to stream. I want to make sure. Carjacking report. I'm not going to have enough. Hit and run, nothing new. And the robbery, nothing new. God damn it. I need to remember to stop and look those up at some point. Thanks, Sans. Woo. Fender escape. Civilian killed. That's the worst part of that. It's, I want to make sure that, in the time I get, there's some progress and something actually happening. So to suddenly...
Needless to say, I really miss them a lot. I can't wait for the moment when I'll see them again.
Wouldn't you like to see me?
Oh, Lana, but we...
Let me guess. You've thought about it, but then you realized this can only bring us more suffering. Besides, it's dangerous given the kind of work we do, and why ruin things when everything is going so well, right?
Well, if you know what I think, then you must be thinking the same thing.
Yeah, Jack, because it's true. But is it fair?
You know what wouldn't be fair? If your friends caught you in a karaoke bar with an old man.
With an old man?
Maybe you imagine you've been talking to a young Greek god with long golden hair, but I'm a 60-year-old man, Lana.
Listen to me, Jack. Ever since high school, I've been surrounded by old men. At university, half my classmates were old men. They might have been 18 years old, but they were already half in the grave. No goals, no ideas, just endless burned-out looks on their faces, exhausted and empty. At work, even my younger colleagues act like old men. They don't have the stomach for a fight. They're already dreaming of retirement. And then there's you, Jack. The only man for a long time who felt the same age as me. Because you fight. Because there's life inside you.
Lana, damn, it's true. There's life in me yet.
Jack, you're so cocky.
Oh, excuse me, miss. I am the most promising young prosecutor in the country.
You know it's true.
Yeah, I was not surprised by any of that. That definitely seemed like there was definitely something more coming with them. But yeah, with the little time I have and everything, I want to be able to take at my pace, not rush things. So I don't want to run through The Witcher and not really get all the full experience out of it. City Fountains cleaned, action thriller, Bloody Shirt 3 racing, cash at box office, middle school heading to National Physics Olympiad. That's nice. Okay, nothing really new there. But yeah, they looks like janitor has been around to clean toilets today. It's new. You act like they're not gonna be here at all. Period. End of discussion. Um, but yeah, it's too good to kind of run my way through it. If I had more time, I don't know, maybe depending on how things go, maybe one of my days off I could dedicate to doing like The Witcher. Oh God, ton of funerals. It looks like the couple of guys I sent to the academy came back good. Pass their exams. Nice. Nice. Oh, not investigations. I want affairs real quick. City Hall. Bam, bam, bam. And double check labor market. Nothing good. Drug use, suburb. Informant gave us an address for one of the biggest drug houses in the city. According to our information, there's about 3 dozen drug addicts, many of them armed. Just the past 3 days, 3 people in there were shot dead and thrown in a corner to rot. So, Kochi, Kingston, and Austin. I can always send more, because it could all turn out to be a false alarm. I may take maybe one of my days off when I've got a little bit more time. Maybe I could try and stream it. I don't know. I'll figure something out. Freeburg Elementary. Bomb threat. A physical education teacher noticed a suspicious van parked near the school. There was no one inside, but I heard some kind of strange machine running in the back, just like in the movies. Do we need to evacuate the school? Send Dager, Robbins. I'm going to send 3 of them, not with that much going on. Okay. Hopefully. Oh, good. That means I'm not going to send anybody else. In the shadows and corners, dozens of people lay unconscious, and bags and syringes are scattered everywhere. Yeah, call an ambulance and begin to process the addicts who are still conscious. A naked addict with a shotgun flies out of the bathroom, and he starts putting holes in the ceiling. I'm going to drop to the ground and hide among the addicts. Good. Offender caught, officers unharmed. Found heroin. It's coming to the station. Reckless endangerment. Freeburg Zoo. 4 activists from the group Life After Meat, in a show of support for their fellow animals, entered the zoo and used bolt cutters to remove the locks from the cages. Several wild animals have gotten loose and some are attacking the zoo's visitors. Oi. Yes, some of these people just take things way too far. Bomb threat report. There's no bomb in the van, just a bunch of antiques. The van belonged to a junk dealer and collector. Yeah, I kind of wondered that one. Oh. I probably shouldn't send all 3 of them, but I got a couple coming back, so. As messed up as everything is. Come on, give me. Armed robbery, Muslim quarter. We've got a call from a halal grocery. 2 armed robbers wearing U.S. President masks just cleaned out the cash box. Platonic and Dager. Reckless endangerment report. Offender caught, officers unharmed. Civilians unharmed. Destruction of property at the Last Picture Show Theater. Come on. Oh wow, they got back. They got back fast. They must have been real close. Several people are smashing the glass entrance at the cinema and tearing the posters outside. They're shouting, modern cinema corrupts the youth. Someone just pulled out a Molotov cocktail. Where do these people always have them? I mean, they're not hard to make, but still. And Robbins. They just always seem to have them. No matter where this breaks out. Atticus Corp. True Color Hotel. Mr. Boyd, my old rival Jim Gates, has returned to the city. The last few years he spent in China setting up his factories there. Now he wants to flood the city with cheap knockoffs, threatening to every honest businessman in Freeburg. At the present time, he is staying in the True Color Hotel and plans to buy a house outside the city. I want to show him the true terror capable of law enforcement agencies. He's to understand he's not welcome here in Freeburg. Oh, I shouldn't have sent Purdy. That bitch has already caused me trouble. Armed robbery report. Vendor caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. This time, if it seems like she's going to be causing me trouble, I probably will have her knocked off. One of the hooligans trying to light a Molotov cocktail, but his lighter won't strike. Deploy the fire extinguishers. Vendor caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Good. Come on. Oh, I got two of them now. Message disturbance. It's suburb. Ooh, there's a lot going on here. According to Mr. Adams, the Earth is about to be struck by a giant meteor. You see a dark guy outside? There's a meteor blocking out the sun. And there's stones falling on my roof. They're from the meteor. One of them just broke the kitchen window. I have to get my family to safety. Send someone to help. Well, at least that one turned out to be a hoax. $6,000. Armed robbery at the riverbank. At Riverbank, not the riverbank. Mr. Jakobski withdrew a large sum from his bank account. Then while he was getting into his car, a man carrying a gun approached from behind. He told me not to turn around and hand over the money. Then he ran away. When I finally turned around, I saw a tall figure in a hood ducking up the alley. Kochi, Platonic. Domestic disturbance. Mr. Adams was overreacting to a hailstorm, which he took to be pieces of meteorite. Sky outside darkened because of the storm clouds overhead. Yeah, there's definitely plenty of crazies. Okay, drug possession, Chinatown. Former chef of a restaurant in Chinatown says that the kitchen is used to sort and cut heroin. My friend had an overdose from the garbage they'd mixed up in there. I want those bastards to pay. Let's see. Robbins, Yancey, and Gibbons. Ooh, wait. I got a bunch of them. Mass riots, Moonlight Soccer Stadium. Local fans have bought up all the bananas at the grocery stores, preparing to taunt the visiting rival football team, which consists almost entirely of dark-skinned men. The judge has been forced to stop the game unless the fans are allowed to be restored. Fans will allow order to be restored. But our fans don't seem to want to settle down. They're singing racist songs and working each other up into a frenzy. The situation could get ugly. Sounds like it already has. Oh, shit. I'm going to have to retreat. I've lost too many officers at this point. Vendor escaped. God damn it. Let's see. The restaurant is crowded, with waiters moving smoothly between tables. Nothing suspicious. Enter through the back door. One of the waiters notices the police and shouts in a strange language. The diners jump up and run towards the door. Run to the kitchen. In the kitchen, two tough-looking men with machine guns open fire on the cops. Throw stun grenades. Defender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Found heroin. There's been a lot of heroin recently. Should have enough time for them to come back. Oh, great, another one. Have 4 coming, hopefully. Come on. Okay, noise complaint cemetery. The elderly widow was visiting the grave of her husband when she heard some terrible sounds, wheezing, moaning, and rustling, as if someone was trying to climb up out of the ground. Oh, shit. Crap. There's a lot of people there. Oh. Homicide report, hit and run report. Let's take a look, actually, at the abduction real quick. Let's see. What was I missing? Well, what I can do is put that one in and take this one and this one out and replace it with this one. No. With some light paint behind. That's a dark van. Bum. Okay, let's try. Ah, crap! I didn't want to take all of them. Oh, whoops. Which one am I looking for? That's that. So the bear. Oh, god damn it! Quit hitting the wrong buttons. It's gonna drive me crazy. So, drops the bear. Goes to pick it up. The guy grabs her. Go in there. Wait a minute. Okay, let's try this again. I think I had the wrong van is the problem. Okay, so drops that. And bam. 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 Put that one back. There we go. Judith McCain, hard-drinking grandmother, decided no court has the right to take away her granddaughter. Crap. Man, still not enough people. Let's take a look at the disorderly conduct. Offender escaped. Noise complaint. Sounds came from an African gray parrot which had flown to the cemetery. Soon the other parrot found him and took him home. I better keep a closer eye on his cage door. They will make all kinds of noises. Maybe I can send enough. Cosby called in a loud music complaint. Apparently he regrets moving in next to the nightclub. I've had to put up with it here. Sorry, I cannot read it all. I've had it up to here with these fucking queers. Unless you do something about it, the whole neighborhood is going to go down there and tear them in pieces. Okay, I could. Trailer park. Okay. I sent 2 officers. So I need to wait until somebody comes back. And I don't have the time. Fuck. Son of a bitch. Mass riot report. Vendor caught. Officers unharmed. That's one good thing, at least. Damn it. I can't send them tomorrow. Vendor caught. Officers unharmed. Good. Damn. I can't send them tomorrow. Woo. Don't need to do any of that. Singer Karen Sparkle arriving in Freeburg. Travel agent. The people of Freeburg are more likely to visit other countries. Thief crushes ancient statue at museum. Whoops. Wrong button. I'm all over the place today. My cat's no. Yes, Bastian. As good as she is, I'm starting to think she's just suffering from being a little bit of being too old. She's been requesting a lot of days off. Let's see. Ooh. Stone flunked all their exams. Namada flunked all their exams. So, got 10% more. Gonna hire one more detective. Ooh. I need to look at this afterward. And I can hire one more officer. Okay. So, let's look at what I got. As far as officers, they're now about even. So, ooh. You're coming to A, because you might be getting to replace somebody. Wow, and it just fucking goes downhill there. Let's see. As far as detectives go, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's shift B. It's getting the detective. Ooh. It's alright. Yeah, I mean, none of them are good enough as far as their professionalism goes. Oh, okay. Backlog. Okay. I hadn't looked at that since shit started happening. Let's see. Vehicular accident. An apparently intoxicated driver flew into an oncoming lane and crashed into a van, which then crashed into 5 other vehicles. The drivers of the vehicles escaped with their lives, but jumped out of their cars and began to argue. Conflict ensued, and the situation is about to get ugly. Okay. Ooh, let's go down. Prado, Brock, and White. Oy. But yeah, especially since they've announced that they're working on a Netflix series for The Witcher, I'm super excited. I have high hopes. The game's a set a high bar, so hopefully they follow suit. Suspicious individual apartment house. An employee at the Interhouse hardware store said that a suspicious man named Otis Adams ordered a very strange combination of objects which could easily be used to make explosives. Adams has a pretty colorful police record, including a bomb threat. Let's send Powers and Kane. The big thing there is the games did such a good job of following along the books, especially as far as the characters' looks. It's going to make casting an interesting situation. Young teacher reported seeing the same suspicious white van parked near the school several days in a row. Whenever I walked towards it, the van drove away. I'm afraid for our students. Joxy and Gay. Vehicular accident report. Fender caught, officers unharmed. Civilians unharmed. Good. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it goes. And I'm looking forward to seeing how many times during the series we get to hear Geralt refer to the fact that Yennefer smells like lilac and gooseberry. Especially after reading it, that phrase comes up so often. Every time he thinks of her, that comes up. Police approach the suspect's front door. Knock without saying anything. Man in chemical production suit seeing the police rushes to the bedside table and searches frantically for something. Point gun at him and order him not to move. Fender caught, officers unharmed. Let's see. Salt, Live Good Mini Market, parking lot. 5 teenagers just asked a man for a cigarette, and he said they were too young. The kids jumped him, knocked him to the ground, and started kicking him with full force. Waitress from Nicole Shelton saw what was going on and called the police. These guys are crazy. They'll kill him. Mitchell and Osman. Hopefully I get somebody. Yes. Attempted robbery, Sugar Daddy Cafe. A thief attempted a little sleight of hand to relieve Sherry Miller of her diamond ring, but she immediately felt something was wrong and put the criminal in an excruciating Japanese finger hold. Son of a bitch is unconscious. You can come and arrest him now. Brock and White. That should be pretty easy. Driver of the white van is a female courier who parks in a school during the lunch hour. I have a stressful job and a horrible boss, but when I watch the children laughing, it calms me down. Ooh. Jack, there's something going down in the suburb at 1820. We wouldn't want any policemen crashing the party. I think 1,000 should be enough. I mean, I'm not that cheap a whore. I mean, come on, guys. Salt Farm, some workers were squabbling during their lunch break discussing yesterday's football game when one of them became really irate and tried to drive over the other with a tractor. According to one eyewitness who had taken refuge inside a building, he's like a crazy man. We barely escaped. Ozaki and Kane. Yeah, some people take their sports a little too seriously. Teens continue to beat an old man, ignoring the police car that just drove up. Turn on the siren. When teenager thugs see the police, they start running off in different directions. Oh. Nobody moves, nobody gets shot. Fender caught, officers unharmed. Civilians unharmed. Whew. Good. I was hoping that would be enough. Attempted robbery report. Fender caught, officers unharmed. Massive fight at the fountains. Some big men wearing striped shirts walked into the fountain and started trying to drown each other. Come quickly before they all kill each other. I think. Big men, striped shirts. Nothing immediately comes to mind. Some Prado, Powers, and Joxy, along with the Paddy Wagon. Nothing immediately comes to mind that says that it's not potentially something serious, but I feel like... I mean, if it were a bunch of mimes, I doubt they'd be in the fountain. We'll find out. Assault report. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Civilians unharmed. Good. Unlawful assembly last picture show theater. Group of angry women came to protest the premiere of the action film Hard Boiled Woman 2. The demanding the cinema's management canceled the premiere. The situation is heating up. Send those three. Massive fight report. People in the fountain were just having some fun. They're harmless Russian immigrants, though they once served as paratroopers. For them, bathing in a fountain is a traditional thing for airborne troops to do. I mean, it could be. I don't know, so I'm not going to say anything on that one. But striped shirts, I should have thought. Well, I wouldn't have. My first thought would not have been Russian military, because I believe it's Spetsnaz, who are known for wearing I believe it's gray and white striped shirts. Michael May saw a young girl running naked and bloody, trying to climb over the fence of an expensive mansion. She screamed and called for help, but then a man came out of the house, grabbed her by the hair, and dragged her inside. The neighbors were complaining just last week about an all-night party at the same mansion, which is owned by a Saudi prince, Malik Kafaya. Can I just send the two of them? Nope, I didn't think so. So in White, Kane, and Joxy. And then as far as the bomb threat, sorry about that. Bomb threat City Hall. Janitor City Hall calls about a suspicious man sitting in the waiting room. He's twitching and looking sideways at everybody. I think he's a spy or a terrorist. He's all skinny, but he's got a really fat belly. I think he's carrying a bomb. He could just be really nervous. Go hold off and make sure nothing else comes up. Protesting women were pointing at movie posters with a busty heroine in sexy poses, shouting, "Sexism is a disease in our society." One woman steps forwards and throws a stone at the cinema director who was trying to talk to the protesters. Arrest the woman who threw the stone. That's assault. Right there. Fender caught, officers unharmed. Armed robbery. Hell on Wheels car dealership. Two men in cloud masks stormed into the auto show and demanded the keys for the most expensive cars on display. When the manager hesitated, robbers shot him in the leg. One visitor at the event managed to break through a shop window and escape, at least long enough to call the police. So, send the 4 of them. Let's see. Rape report. Oh. Oops. I didn't pay attention. Jack, we don't know what you did, but we hope you had a good reason. Don't forget who your friends are. We don't want any more trouble. Whoops. Okay, so it's a bomb threat. I'll send the 3 of them. I completely forgot about that. Ooh. Ooh, this is bad. I'm going to refuse it. I don't have them, and I shouldn't retreat the officers. Oh, thank God everybody lived. Vendor call officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Whoo. Shooting, King Louis nightclub. Multiple shots were reported coming from the nightclub. And the paddy wagon. Let's see. The man was not carrying a bomb. He was just an ordinary citizen, tired of waiting in line just like everybody else. Carjacking. Okay, we got a bit more. Nothing there. And nothing there. God damn it. Those 2 have been a thorn in my fucking side for way too long. And it's just about 2. There we go. I'm still waiting. At the Masquerade Club, all the employees and visitors wear masks and costumes. People outside are dancing quietly, but there's a sound of claps coming from further inside. Climb up to the 2nd floor, get a better view. Music stops and the shot rings out. The dancers start to stampede. A guy in a hockey mask flashes a gun and pushes over the girl in the squirrel suit. Chase the guy in the hockey mask. The guy in the hockey mask runs out into the streets, gets into his car, and continues shooting the police. Shoot out his tires. Offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Woo! End the day. Okay. That turned out better than I could have hoped. Hell on Wheels dealership invites public to show your sports cars. Port commerce increased 60%, but a lot of it's drug trade the way it sounds. Ecologists, urban air pollution levels normal. Yeah, Clements. McStone, you did really bad at the academy. I mean, that's really bad, but this is your one. See, Namada failed too, but she's half decent. Platonic's never gotten upgrade. Well, a stripe, and she's done really well. So. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. Mission from God. So, boy, I don't know if you come to Mass, but if you do, you may know that our most enlightened and progressive parishioners donate absurd sums of money to curry the favor of God's blessed powder. Truly, this powder is manna from the heavens, which clears the mind in preparation for the coming of the Antichrist. Unfortunately, some of our flock have been turned from the house of the Lord, for outside the enemies of Jesus sell them fake, satanic powder, and they're undercutting our God-blessed prices. It would be a great thing if you were to get rid of them, as our Lord Jesus drove the merchants from the house of God. I mean, so the way this sounds, the church is selling drugs and they're pissed about other people selling drugs? I mean, that's a lot of what it sounds like. I'm going to have to pass on that. Okay, so I need to send a couple officers. I'm going to send Kochi and Namada. See, there's nothing Oh, whoops. Nobody worth hiring. So, yeah, I can't see myself sending that many people to help the church with their drug ring. A vehicular accident, city center. A drunk driver drove his van into a bus stop, knocking over several people. Van stalled out and is the unsteady driver is clumsily trying to escape. Send Robbins and Austin. I'm questioning whether I should put some money in my secret account to Atticus Corp. But I'm worried that that could get taken from me too, despite what they're saying. Theft suburb. Retiree Frank Setter complains that someone has stolen his lawn. Like clockwork, once a month someone comes by, cut up my gorgeous lawn, and cut it off. I've never managed to catch this enemy of fertile grass, or I've shown him. I'm a veteran, you know. I put hundreds of our enemies in their graves. I just want some peace and quiet. So he's complaining about somebody coming to mow his yard. Abduction report. Vendor caught. Yes. Case closed. Vehicular accident report. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Civilians unharmed. Because, yeah, that theft is completely bull. I mean, if the mission from God lasts until the end of the night, I might put some people on it, maybe. The Market District is seeing increased cases of pickpocketing, and the media are already up in arms about it. You're sending 2 cops to the area to increase perception of police protection. There are journalists scurrying about. Unfortunately, when it comes to the mission from God, I think it's 6. No, it's 5. I have to send 5 officers, so... When it gets to the end of the night, you know, and I have 5 officers available, that's not going to be an issue. Lawn at the location is cut by a neighborhood boy at the request of Mr. Setter. Yep. Massive fight, everyday mall. An employee of the shopping center was dressed in a tomato costume to advertise a new tomato paste. Why can't I read? He accidentally frightened professional boxer Joshua Drake, who shouted and jumped on him and started pummeling him with full force. Passers-by tried to separate them, but they also received the boxer's fury, and a massive fight broke out. So, Paddy Wagon, Yancey, Kingston, Namada. I don't know why I can't read today. Well, I can't read any day. I have this problem all the frickin' time. Vehicular accident, ghetto. Driver of a luxurious white Cadillac ran over a black teenager, then attempted to flee the scene, but lost control and drove into a column. Angry residents in the area have come out on the streets. Well, I mean, they should. I can always send more people if I have to, but I'd rather not have something go that bad. I couldn't send SWAT and paddy wagons somewhere else. Okay. Send 2 of them to the everyday mall. It won't matter if I only have 1. I can't send just 1. Okay. Wait a minute. I can't do that. Anything with that until... Let's see, vehicular accident. 2 men are pulling a woman with a bloody head out of the Cadillac. The crowd isn't letting them get her to the hospital, and some are yelling that the cops have failed. We'll deal with this by the law of the streets. Take out a nightstick and get ready to strike. The crowd start throwing glass bottles and stones at the cops. Hide behind riot shields and push the crowd back. Fender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. I mean, we came as soon as we were told about the incident. I'm not going to get anybody in time on that terror threat. Hopefully it's a false alarm, but... There's nothing dangerous in the envelope. It was only a girl's friend playing a prank on her birthday. Okay, good. Massive fight report. Vendor caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Good. So now I just got to wait for a couple people to take care of the homicide, and bam. Whew, nick of time. A man entered wearing a night costume and carrying a huge sword. A man wearing a night costume and carrying a huge sword entered the cafe, placed an order, and sat silently in the corner for a couple hours. Everybody had stopped paying attention at this point, but then he stood up, took up his sword, and began swinging it around with all his strength. He's already inflicted severe injuries on several patrons of the restaurant. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. I mean, the fact that, he just kind of did absolutely nothing for a while. Okay. That farm. Bill Buckler said neighbor Derek Ruers asked him to watch his farm while he went on vacation with his family. Meanwhile, some strange people went over there with a tractor trying to steal the harvest. It's about a dozen people, and they're robbing my friend blind. 3 of them. Disorderly conduct, everyday mall. There's a huge clown running around the mall trying to scare me to death, said an unemployed John Hawkinsmith. I got a disease, got enough from the doctor. The clown ain't got no right to stop me. And you ain't seen Kingston. That could turn out to be bogus, but... Ooh! I'm going to refuse, I got nobody. Oh, please don't, please don't. Oh, thank God. Better call officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Whew! I mean, it was one guy with a sword. They have guns. If it comes to it. Okay, the 3 of them are coming back. Seeing the police, suspects began to argue and shout in an unknown language. Then 2 women managed to escape and hide somewhere in the farm. Carefully search the whole area. Vendor caught, officers unharmed. Disorderly conduct report. The clown was hired to promote children's amusement park and has every right to be in the mall. Assault, Christopher G. Sands Ice Arena. While the legendary singer Gennaro Crespo was giving a performance, someone threw a large ear of corn at the musician and smashed his head. Despite a bit of blood, Mr. Crespo showed no concern and just laughed it off and got ready to continue. Nevertheless, the concert organizers were furious and demanded that everyone turn in their cameras. We can't let the audience leave until the offender has been detained, they shouted into the police line. We've got a large crowd here, so send everyone you have so we can get this done. Well, it's everyone I have. So I got a good group coming back. Homicide report. Okay, no new frames. No new frames. I need to look back at the homicide. There's 3. There's 5. There's only an hour left, so... Assault report. Offender caught, officers unharmed. Let's see. Come on. Mr. Boyd, I see you do not wish to delay the arrival of the Antichrist any more than I do. After all, he cannot be arrested or put in jail. Henceforth, any of our church services are available to you at reduced rates. Also, please accept from me, the Bishop of Freeburg, this sum of money as a personal gift. Well, I mean, gives me some options for some new things I can do. So, there's that. Can't argue there. Priest notes prostitution increase. Soap actor Manuel Torreblanca announced completion of film career. Doctor, euthanasia should be a personal choice. Well, Mafia's still good on me. Okay, then we'll call that it for today. It's a good spot to stop. I'm right about where I need to be, or where I need to stop anyway, so I don't want to get into another day. Anyway, thank you guys all for watching. I hope you had a good time with it. I'll probably be back with Dead Rising 4 tomorrow. Sorry, I dropped my controller. I'll probably doing some more of Dead Rising 4 tomorrow. I've been really enjoying that one. But yeah, thank you guys all for watching. Hope you had a good day. Take care. Bye.